And lengthen up through your spine, draw your shoulders back. Welcome and welcome back. We are going to do yoga for our hands and our feet. So it's going to be good, and we're going to do some things in between. So draw your shoulders back. And like any good yoga practitioner, we want to settle in to the gift of our breath. So you can just turn your gaze down in front of you or close your eyes. Settle in to being here now. Relax your face. Bring your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Let your teeth come apart and your lips gently touch. Take a deeper inhale. Longer exhale. Again, deep inhale. Slow exhale. Gently turn your gaze up. All right. Hands and wrists, give me a high five. Start off with a high five. I'm going to come up closer. No reason not to. High five. Good. Spread your fingers apart and lovingly squeeze your wrist. I hope you're giving me a high five with your right hand. Squeeze your wrist and gently pull down on your skin, your ligaments, your tendons, and then make a fist and take your fist away. Just take it away. Big stretch for the front of your wrist. This helps to protect from carpal tunnel syndrome, arthritis, and release slowly. Good. And high five with your left hand. Lovingly squeeze and lovingly pull down. And make a fist and take your fist away from your face. As you're lovingly squeezing all your tendons and ligaments right to the bone. Yeah. And release. And shake your hands. Good to give our hands love. Now we're going to do that one again. This is such a good one. Spread your fingers really wide. Spread the webbing in between. Now squeeze your wrist right up close to the hand. Now make a real tight fist. Take your fist away. And release. High five off your left hand. Squeeze. And give a little coaxing down. Fist and take your fist away from you. Fantastic. And release. Good. And now bring your palms together right in front of your heart. Draw your shoulders back. Lift your heart up and press your hands together. Press, press, press. And then release a little and see if you can just bring your fingers together, your whole fingers together. So you're lifting your heels of your hands up. This is like, here's the church, here's the steeple. Open up and see all the people. Who remembers that one? And now release a little and just the pads of your fingers together. Press the pads of your fingers together. So we strengthen our wrists, our fingers, our hands, so we can open those jars for a long time. Shoulders back, heart open. Good, and release your hands down. Let's do a few shoulder rolls. We want to just do some things in between here. I mentioned my friend in another class who's 97, and she was telling me that you got to warm up your hands to keep the circulation moving and to do your exercises. Keeps your hands healthy. She's got 3 issues with her hands. She has a trigger fingers, arthritis, and something else. Go the other way. So hopefully this helps prevent that. An ounce of prevention worth a pound of cure. Good. Now, take your hand straight out with your palm facing towards me. Yeah, spread your fingers, slide your hand down the underside of your wrist, and gently press your hand back so you feel a nice stretch in the underside of your arm. Yeah. Breathe right into that stretch. We do the Goldilocks principle. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. Don't stretch too much, don't understretch, just right. And release. Good. Wow, that feels different. And the other hand out. And use that hand on your hands and your fingers and stretch out. And you can bend the fingers back as much as feels good. Woo! Oh, that is good. We get these repetitive motions we do with our hands. So this is opening up all of them. We'll go back to the first stand again. Shoulder back, sit up nice and tall, and then slide your hand down to your finger region. And if you're a cook like Suzanne and Packy and probably some others, we get repetitive motion from even cooking sometimes. If you do a lot of slicing, if you're in a production kitchen, and release, but you're not. Good. And then left hand out, slide your hand down your wrist lovingly, and press your fingers back towards yourself, press your hand back, the top of your hand back. Excellent. And slowly release. Good. Now take your earlobe towards your shoulder. Do a little bit more neck stretches. Let your head fall right to your right shoulder. Use your exhale. Let any tension or tightness in this region let go. Release. Relax. Inhale straight up, over to your other side. Connect to your exhale to help your body release and relax. Specifically your neck. Excellent. Come straight up. Go back to the first side. This time place you're taking your right ear towards your right shoulder, right hand to the left side of your head. So good to come together. This family of friends. I don't have a big family. I don't have much blood family, so I like to think of you as my family or friends. Come on up as we play and make our bodies healthier, more resilient. And inhale up. Excellent. And then just move anything around, make any little adjustment you have to make there. And now please place your fingertips right on your shoulders and take your shoulders back, both shoulders back, up, forward, and down. We'll do it again. Back, up to your ears, forward. You can even round your shoulders. Take your shoulders down, away from your ears, way back, up. So your neck muscles scrunch, forward, down. Pause, and then go back, and then up, and then forward, going the opposite direction. And relax your shoulders down, relax your arms down. And then take your right hand straight out. Yeah. And turn your fingers down towards the earth and take your left hand straight up and out. Bring your arms parallel with your shoulders. Yeah. Stretch them as much as they can stretch, fingers down. Spread the web in between your fingers. And then turn your fingers up, forward, keep stretching. Now stretch out through the heel of your hand. Get into those new different muscles. Press out to the mound of your index finger. Spread, spread, spread. Then go back down, fingers down, heels of your hands up. And then back up. And then take your hands out in front of you, closer together, interlace your fingers, stretch your palms out, stretch your fingers out, and then stretch on up. Press through your hips, reach through your spine, reach through the palms of your hands. And then bring your palms together, slide your hands down in front of your heart. Good. And then reach your hands out again. Now interlace your fingers your non-dominant way, the way you have to think about them. Palms out again, spread your thumbs, spread all your fingers, shoulders back, and then reach up. Take your belly back, lengthen through the back of your spine, the back of your neck. And palms together, slide your hands down in front of your heart. Very good. Now, please come to your hands and knees on all fours. Now, let's look at our hand alignment here. So, you want to have your wrist crease lined up with the front of your mat. And take your knees back a little bit behind your hips. Press down through the pads, your fingers, press down through your metatarsals, where your fingers meet your hand. And spread your fingers, spread them really wide. Spread the webbing in between. And isometrically drag your thumb a little bit towards your index finger. Move back down through the metatarsals. Yeah. And now arms straight, heart melts. See if you can keep that good stance, that good wrist alignment. Now tuck your toes, Stretch your left leg back. And then exhale, draw your knee in. Maybe you can touch your nose to your knee. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come back in. Inhale, lengthen through your spine and through your leg. Check and make sure your fingers are still rooted. Exhale, in. Inhale, stretch on out. Good. Set that knee down. And you'll notice the mound of your index finger, the place where your index finger meets your hand, that's the one that always wants to come up. So for good alignment on your hands and your wrists, all the way up into your shoulders, press down there too. Now, stretch your right leg out, out, out. Arms straight, heart melts. And now exhale, round, and round your shoulders and take your heart and your belly up. Knee toward your nose or touch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, stretch it out. Check your hands. Inhale, navel to your spine. And stretch it out. One more time, flex your back. And stretch out. Set that right knee down. And now bring your knees a little bit closer to your hands. Turn your hands around so your fingers are facing your knees. If that's not comfortable, just turn it around as much as feels appropriate, right? If you can go all the way around, you can do that. If you only go part way around, that's fine too. Yep. And now you can lean back. Another stretch for the underside of the wrist. Press down through the pads of your fingers. Press down where your fingers meet your hands, that thick part there. Lean back and breathe. Oh, you're going to have such happy hands. And then come back. Just regular. And if that was fine, you can take your knees back a little bit further and experiment. See if this is good. Press to the pads, your fingers, isometrically squeeze your thumb toward your index finger, and then lean back. And come through center. Turn your hand around. Turn the other hand around. Take a child's pose, knees apart, big toes touch. And rest your heart down to the earth. Turn your palms up as your head rests down. Turn your palms up. When our palms are up, that's more or less a gesture receiving the gifts of life, or receiving something a friend's giving you. And when you give something, your hands are usually down. So giving and receiving. We're always doing both. On your inhale, come back up to your hands and knees, please. Now, turn your hand around and place the top of your hand down on your mat. Move slowly so it feels okay, and then turn the other hand around. Actually, just do one hand. We're just going to do one hand at a time. Spread your fingers, press your fingers down so you're on the back of your hand. That's a different kind of a stretch. You're anchoring your muscles down into your mat. And pulse, little side to side, front to back. Just explore the sensations. And when you move slowly with your breath, you're sure to protect yourself. Now press firmly through your left hand and pick up your right. Shake it out, shake out the right hand. Place it down with the pads of the fingers and metatarsals. And then come to the top of the left hand on your mat. So your palms up. Press your fingers down. And then again, slowly see what it feels like. Little micro movements around. Waking up new muscles and tendons. Keeping the fascia, the fluids moving between the fascia and the hands and the wrists. And then come back to the regular hands down. One more time. This time, your right hand down. Now keep your fingers up. Don't press your fingers down. So you can put your hand down close to your wrist. Actually, now move your fingers around. Move your fingers around. Back of your hands down, close to your wrist. And then slowly release. Press down to the pads of your right fingers and the metatarsals. Turn to the top of your left hand with your fingers up this time. Fingers up, moving them around. Good job. And then come back to your hands. We're going to take a little interlude. Lay down on your backs. This is the in-between part. Lay down on your backs. You can have your feet down, interlace your fingers and place them behind your occiput, the base of your skull. Keep your elbows open, lift your chin up, lift your head up. Now exhale your right chest all the way up to your left knee. Inhale it down. Exhale your left chest up all the way up to your right knee. Inhale down. Exhaling up, your lower back is on the mat. Exhale up to the other side, inhale down. You can stay here like this or pick up your shins so your legs are in an L shape and continue. Exhaling up, inhale down. Exhale up, opposite chest to opposite knee. Spread your toes, it makes it easier so your whole body's participating. Exhale, left chest up to right knee. Inhale down. Right chest up to left knee. Stay here or take your legs straight up to the sky. Push your feet up to the ceiling. And then exhale, right chest up to left knee. Same thing. Create lots of strength in your back, in your digestion, in your internal organs. When you go up, check and make sure your toes are spread. Two more. Exhale way up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Down. Back up. And down. Now, just for good luck, do one through the center, right up through the center. And come on down, set your head down, unclasp your hands, set your feet down. Good job. Stretch your legs long, stretch your arms overhead. Point your feet. We're going to give the feet some love now. Point your feet. Feel that stretch on the top of your foot, your ankle, all the way into your shin. Now flex your feet. Spread your toes. See if you can even, while you're spreading your toes, sort of accentuate the stretch out through the mound of your big toe. And now release that. Flexing and point again. This is called plantar flexion. Point. Keep breathing, please. And then slowly transition to your flexing. 26 bones in each foot. It's a lot of bones. 52 bones just down there in your feet. And now point again. And also over 100 tendons and ligaments in there. We want to have good, healthy feet and ankles. So when we're walking around, they keep us up. And if we slip on a rock, they bounce right back. They're resilient. They're agile. And then flex. Good. Now, keep your feet, your heels on your mat. Bend your knees and slide your heels back. Set your feet down. Please pick up your right ankle, cross it over your left knee, and then tack your left knee away from you. And here, do some ankle circles. Your lower back's on the mat. Ankle circles. And then go the other way with your ankle circles. Like here's some chiropractic adjustments there in your ankle. That's always good. And relax your foot, your leg, and then set the right leg down and pick up the left. You can tack your left knee away from you and then do ankle circles. We'll go one direction for a little bit. And then go the other direction. And set that foot down, uncross. Okay, please get your yoga block. Put the block in between your feet. And press your feet up to the sky. You're going to squeeze the block so as you don't drop it. And then interlace your hands behind your occiput, the base of your skull again. Keep your elbows open. And we're going to do some more of this. Back is on the mat. Exhale, right chest all the way up to your left toes. This time, go all the way up. Inhale down. Exhale your left chest all the way up to your right toes. Inhale down. Exhaling up. Inhale down. Keep your elbows wide, best you can. Come on down. Keep going nice and slow. You can do it. We're getting stronger with each class. Yoga keeps us flexible and strong. What more could we ask for? Keeps our mindscape, our mind, flexible, resilient, and strong. Two more times. Up, up, up. Slowly down. Up, up, up. And slowly down. Up. Down. Up. And down. Good. Unclasp your hands, set your head down. Put your hands in a catch position. Drop the block and catch it. Good. And then set your feet down, set the block over to the side. Come on to your hands and knees. Your hands might feel healthier and happier already. Now, get your good stance. Oftentimes people will have their arms too close together. So take it shoulder width apart or maybe a teeny bit more shoulder width apart. And then Wrist crease lined up with the front of your mat. Press through the pads of your fingers like you've got gecko hands. Isometrically drag your thumb towards your index finger. Arms straight. Toes tucked. Downward facing dog. Press your arms down. And your hips up and back. See if you can pick up your toes and spread them here and then press them back down. We'll take a couple of slow, deep breaths here. Explore your heels going down a little bit closer, and then you can lift them up and then take them back down with your toes nice and spread. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Bend your knees. Walk your hands up, or walk your feet and your hands closer together. You can meet in the middle of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Draw your shoulders on your back. Firm legs, firm belly. Inhale, stand on up. I think you can see me okay. I think I'm going to turn this camera up just a little bit. Ah, good. Okay, so stand with your legs parallel, hip width distance. Now, as we age, I hear tell that we tend to walk with our legs closer together. So as we age, we want to be mindful that we keep our legs and our feet under our hips, for that's good stability. So press down, take your belly back, take a good mountain pose, Tadasana here. Now, lift up your toes. Look down, lift up your toes, spread them. Yeah, see how far you can spread them. And now imagine you're stretching them long towards away from you, and then set them down. Set your toes down, spread. Press them down and see if you can lift up your arches. And then press your whole front of your foot away from you again. And lift up your toes. Spread your toes. Your little toes, your love toe, I sometimes say. If you want more love in your life, spread that little toe. I'm spreading, I'm spreading. Now stretch your feet long, your toes long, and then press them down. Yeah, and now bring the front of your foot towards the back of your foot so your arches lift. Lift your arches. And then one more time. Press down through your metatarsals, spread your toes long, and then lift them up. Lift up your kneecaps too. Look down at your toes. Remember when I first started doing yoga, I couldn't spread my toes at all. Maybe you're the same. And then with practice, they come apart more and more. I'll stretch them long and then press them down. And then press them down, squeeze the front of your foot to the back of your foot, lift your arch. And let's say thank you, feet, for walking us around all day. Those little feet, well, no wonder they have so many bones to hold up this whole big body all day. And release. Good. And then come onto your right tippy toes, or the metatarsals more or less, and then just give yourself a little hip opener here as you swing your hip around, your knee around, your ankle around. Thursday, we're going to make your hips not lie. The hips don't lie on Thursday. I'm going to have a hip class with my friend. Uli's going to co-teach. And set that foot down. Come up on your left foot, the front of it, and Move it in and out, get the fluid going. Keep the fluid moving. The liquid between the fascia that protects the muscles and the joints. Excellent. Okay. Take a little bit wider stance. Roll to the outer edges of your feet. Outer edges of your feet. You feel that nice stretch? Oh, yeah. We don't do this too much, so we're waking up new muscles saying, hello, 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 thank you for all you do. And then slowly come, roll to the inside, go to the inner edge of your foot, spread your toes again, and notice the difference. Press down to the inside edges. And then come through center. Go back to the outer edges of your foot, your feet. Look at your toes. See if you can spread them. And then come on through center, roll to the inner edges of your feet. This is what we want. We want to have really resilient, agile ankles so that when you trip, you don't sprain them. They say, okay, that's fine. And they just go back in place. They're fine, they're happy. And then set your foot down. And then bring your feet back parallel. Now, you're going to take your left foot back behind you and press your toes down. So you get another stretch on the front of your foot, the front of your ankle, and the front of your shin. Take your belly back, stand tall. And slowly slide your left foot forward, set it down, and then same thing with your right foot. Take it back, press the top of your foot down, press your toes down. And then slide it on back. Set your right foot down, spread your toes. Feel yourself rooted on the four corners of your foot, and then we'll go back to the left foot back again. And slowly slide it forward. Get a steady left foot down, spread nice and wide, and then right foot back. Good, beautiful. Slide it on back. Yeah. And then take a little bit wider stance, just a little bit wider than your hips. Now, come up on your toes and reach your arms up to the sky, up on your tippy toes, up, 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 firm your belly. This helps. And exhale your hands, palms together and heels down. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Good. Inhale back up on your toes, reach your arms up. And palms together, slowly lower them and your heels down. And again, up, up, up. Exhale, heels down, hands down. Now, we're going to come down to a squat if this is comfortable for you, or go down as far as is good for you, or just come to your heels or come on down. Inhale up. Stretch your arms up. Take your hands apart. Reach up with your fingers. Yeah, and palms together. Bend your knees. Lower your hands in front of your heart. And see if you can squat on your toes. Fantastic. Wow. Go Hillary. Go Debbie. Go Kelly. And then stay on your toes. Well, it's a domino effect here. Okay, so stay on your toes, engage your core, and lift up to your heart and reach up to the sky with your arms. Reach up, up, up. See if you can stay on your toes. We're just playing around. If you come up, if you fall off, just come back up. Palms together. We'll do it one more time. Slide your hands down, bend, and engage your belly. That's the key. Good job. And then one more time. Press down, reach up, reach, reach, reach on your tippy toes still. And then we'll just lower our heels and our hands back in front of our heart. Fantastic. And release your hands. So take your right foot in front of you and come up on your heel. Yep, up on your heel. So it's your hip width distance. You can put your hands on your hips. Press your heel in and take your hips back, like this. Spread your toes. Your heels down. The rest of your foot's up. You should feel a little bit of a hamstring, back of your leg opener. Square your hips. Inhale, lift your torso up. Set your right foot down and slide it on back. And then take your left foot out just a little, just about 10 inches or a foot. And then come up on your left heel. Take your hips back. Spread your toes and take your hips back. Squeeze your kneecap. Inhale your torso straight up. Set your left foot down. Take it back. And we'll go back to the first side. Squeeze your right kneecap. Hinge at your hips. So your torso's headed towards the earth. That's quite enough. Press your heel down and drag it back. This is like a version of Hanumanasana. Runner stretch, hiker stretch. Come on up. Set your foot down, slide it on back, and left foot up. Hips back, lengthen your torso. Excellent. Inhale your hips up, rest your foot down and slide it on back. And then come back. Standing on your mat, hip width distance, feet parallel, hip width distance apart. Stand tall, mountain pose Tadasana. And let's balance on one of our feet. So turn your left leg out. And if you're practicing balancing, you could put your foot on your calf. And if you feel like wobbly, then you can take it down, right? Up and down. Or you can always hold on to something if you prefer. Or you can pick up your foot, put it in your inner thigh. Take your left thigh back, press your hips forward, scoop down, your tailbone down. And you can bring your hands in front of your heart. And release your arms down and your leg down. You might notice one side's easier than the other, right? So turn your right leg out, open for a natural hip opener, and then put your right foot where it's good for you on your left inner side of your left leg. Scoop your tailbone down, reach up through your spine. Hands come together in front of your heart. And slowly lower that leg. And we will go back out to the first side. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. Yes, if you'd like, reach your tree branches up to the sky, reach up through those fingers. One of my early yoga teachers used to say, reach up through your fingernails. So energetically, you're really rooting through your right foot, your right toes, reaching up through your fingers. Slowly bring your arms down and your leg down. Turn the other leg out. Place your foot. We'll start with our hands in Anjali Mudra in front of us. Steady your gaze, steady your breath. Root through that left leg, tone your belly. And if you'd like, reach up through your heart, reach up through your fingers. Beautiful. And we'll come on down. It appears to me that practice really does make progress, hey? All right. Come on up to the top of your mats. Inhale, reach up. Bend your knees. Take your booty back. Exhale and fold. Place your fingertips down on the outsides of your toe tips. Take your sit bones back. Root to your legs. Let your head hang. We'll stay here just for a moment. Fingertips down. Shoulders up. Head melts to the earth. And step your left leg back, step your right leg back. And you can lower the palms of your hands, the heels of your hands down. And just for the fun of it, come up onto your right fingertips again. And your arm, push your arm straight, draw your shoulder back. Yeah, press your arm down, your finger pads down. And then bring the pad of that hand down. Press through your metatarsals and pad your fingers. Lift up the underside of your wrist. Now come up on your left fingertips. Slide your shoulder blades up and back, hips up and back. And then set that hand down. Now, for the grand finale, see if you can come up on both sets of hands on your fingertips for a fingertip downward facing dog. Place your hands down, set your knees down. I hope that went well. We want to have strong hands as we age. Okay, sit back down, please. You can sit on a block, on 2 blocks, on 3 blocks, on no blocks. Sit up nice and tall. Draw your shoulders back, lengthen through your spine. Please put your hands on your belly. Close your eyes or turn your gaze down. Press the tops of your feet down if you're sitting in this fashion, your asana. On your inhale, give a gentle extension of your belly. Extend your belly away from you on your inhale. On your exhale, gently draw it back. So breathe like that, initiating your inhale and exhale from your center, from your belly. Your healing hands. And then you can release the tops of your hands to your thighs, open your eyes. If you have glasses on, you can set them aside. We're going to put our healing hands, palm our eyes. So first of all, rub your hands together. You feel some warmth there, some chi, energy. Now relax your jaw and place the palms of your hands, that warmth over your eyes. Lengthen through your spine, through the top of your head. Relax your face, lips together, breathing through your nose. Inhale, sit up taller. Exhale, release your hands down. Good. Now pick up both hands, place your fingers on your neck shoulder region and press in and give yourself a little massage. Pretend like this is me giving you a massage, a loving massage. I can't be all these places at once. Can't be with Delray Debbie and our Globetrotter Kelly all at the same time. And I can't be in Portland. I wish I could. Press down, give yourself a massage. Now go to the edges of your neck, edges of your neck. Push your fingers in and around. This is your lymph fluid. You want to keep your lymph flowing freely. Just massage around, whatever it feels good there. Pull down, push up. Pull down, push up. And then we'll release our arms down. Now, one of the best things for the feet is to get them elevated so the blood can drain out of them, not having to pump so much. So please set yourself up for legs up the wall. You get a blanket. If you want to, if you have a eye cloth, you can bring your eye cloth with you. Take your butt close to the wall. If your hamstrings are really open, you can take your butt all the way to the wall. Otherwise, find some place a little bit away so you don't want to feel any stress in your hamstrings. And then spin around, put your legs up. Get yourself nice and situated here. The weight of your legs sinks down into your hips, freeing up your lower back. You can cover your forehead and your eyes. You can put your hands back on your belly if you'd like. Let your shoulders sink down to the earth. Relax. Rest your awareness in the flow of your breath. With each exhale, let your hips and torso and shoulders and head rest more deeply on the earth. Take a couple of longer, deeper breaths. And then bend one leg, press the foot into the wall, then the other. And use your feet to gently stretch yourself out, straight out behind you, little by little, left to right. You can remove your cloth from your forehead. And you scoot yourself away from the wall until you have plenty of room to roll to your side.
Pause with your head in your forearms.
And let your legs be real heavy. Use your arms to bring yourself back up to seated. And sort of drag your legs in place. Hope your hands and feet feel fabulous. Have a wonderful Sunday. Namaste.